Welcome to the first video of the new channel, the woodworking channel. And today I have made a pocket knife out of wood. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the design process that I used to create this blade. And then I will tell you some things that I'm going to do for the second iteration, which I will be making and hopefully posting sometime next week or the week after. Okay, so how I made this was I took this part. So I took a piece of wood. I had a thin piece of oak wood, and I drew some shapes on it. I cut it out to the shape that I wanted. I thought if I got the shape on one right, then both would feel right together. I'm not really sure how that worked, but I think it worked okay. So basically what I did was I made the shape I liked, tested it, it felt good in my hand. So then I made the other one, and it also felt good together. Then what I did was I cut out this middle part inside for the blade, which is the blade holder thing that holds these two things apart. So basically what I did for that was I put this on a table, I traced around the edges of it, and then I drew out the shape I wanted for the blade, which was something along the lines of that, something like that. And then I drew the blade around it, which is one of the reasons why that happens. Anyway, so a couple other disadvantages with this design or blade way that I made it, I should say, are one, I made the blade, did not make this custom enough. So one of the things that I would do differently on the next one and on the topics of blades is I would make the blade more custom to the interior fit, or the interior fit more custom to the blade. So in this one I designed the interior fit first, and then I designed the blade. But what I want to do next time is I want to design both together so that they fit perfectly, and then the blade doesn't go in so far that you can't grab it, which right now it doesn't. But that's because this piece is there. While we're on the topic of it, this is there to stop the blade from going in too far. So I can grab these things that I cut out. So what I did was I drilled this out, and as I said, the blade went in too far when finished designing both of these parts because I didn't design them together. So to fix that, I put this piece of metal. This is sticking out on the inside, and that basically stops the blade from going in too far so you can't grab it out. But then what happened was I had to sand it down because it was too hard to grab out. So that's why this happened. There's a little bit of wobble there you can see in the blade. So next time I'll probably be a little bit more precise with sanding. Um, Although honestly, I do like the fact that this comes together. I like the way that worked out. So I'm probably going to keep that on the next blade. This piece right here, this bolt, is actually not necessary. This is not how I put the thing together. This is just, I thought it would look aesthetically pleasing. It really doesn't, as far as I'm concerned. I might make a version of this with this in it, a better version, but for the next version, I probably will not put this in. I did sand down the edges, so it does feel relatively comfortable in your hand, and I feel like that's about all I have to say. So yeah, I'll make a second iteration. You can actually see the metal part in there that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, so subscribe to this channel for more woodworking content because I will be making more blades of this. I also have another woodworked thing that I built while I was waiting for this to dry because I used epoxy with this to hold this together and to hold the dowel in place. So I did make I do have another couple of wood things that I can review. And then after that, I guess I'll just keep woodworking, you know? So yeah, that's the review of the pocket knife. Yeah, like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you loved it, and pocket knife.